नमामि भगवत्पादं शङ्करं लोकशङ्करं शङ्करं शङ्कराचार्यं केशवं बादरायणं सूत्रभाष्यकृतौ वन्दे भगवन्तौ पुनः पुनः ईश्वरो गुरुरात्मेति मूर्तिभेदविभागिने व्योमवद्व्याप्तदेहाय दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः। अज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मीलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। No questions? So there is one.
Well, I think yesterday we answered what pending.
No question.
I have a question. I just didn't get a chance to write.
Okay. Go ahead.
Well, after class this afternoon, talking about Vipassana, and thinking about it, it seems to me that everywhere in the Shastra, there's something to be said about how to live. About how to live.
How to live, yeah.
And the 6th chapter of the Gita is meditation. And I was thinking about that and thinking, well, that's kind of a distraction, because meditation, Upasana, as you were laying it out, is throughout the entire Shastra. And that informs us how to become the meditative person that we seek to be. So then I was in my head, and a little bit of writing on paper, I was going to the task of thinking about everywhere that I know in Shastra that would lead to laying out a path for, just specifically saying, if I want to embody this meditative person, where in Shastra would I look specifically? And for me, as a teacher, that would be really helpful. So then I was thinking of asking you, to like codify that, like go here, 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 because there's so many places to go.
True, Shastra is full of guidelines of how to live. And it is equally true, as I mentioned, most of the people ask how to meditate. This is a wrong question. It is like asking Swamiji, how to audit the accounts of a company. First, whether I would like to know whether you are a chartered accountant or not. You are asking how to operate a patient, whether are you a doctor? Similarly, to be a meditative person is more important than meditation itself. One thing, and little elaborate answer to your question. Shastra is full of Yoga Shastra. That's two subjects of Gita. Brahma Vidyayam Yoga Shastra. See, knowledge is immediate. There is no Kala Vyavadhana. Means you operate the means of knowledge, and after some time you gain knowledge. That's not the case. Your eyes, ears are open, and I am talking, right there and then you know what I have talked. It is not like TV debate, Indian TV debate. The fellow speaks and after 3 seconds, you hear the voice. It's slow. That's not the case. So you open the eyes and you see the form and a color immediately. That is why you are able to drive in India. Because some scooter comes and some cycle wala comes and nothing is there, some dog will come. So your reflexes should be sharp. But then recognition should take place first. Reflex is to act. Knowledge is necessary. So Brahman is immediate. They are all Mahatmas. Don't know Brahman, therefore they complicate. See, this is another confusion. Knowledge is very difficult. Who said so? And now they say bhakti is simple. Nonsense. You do japa for 5 minutes, you will know what is bhakti. You can't concentrate. He starts with Sri Krishna Sharanam Mama, 3 mantras and gone. Bhakti is not simple. To do bhakti, you need again certain infrastructure here. Simplest is knowledge, and most difficult is knowledge. 2 things required, in absence of which knowledge is most difficult, in presence of which knowledge is most simple. Extreme. There is no in between in knowledge. And most of them don't have these 2 things, so they say, oh, Vedanta is difficult, knowledge is difficult, yoga will say yoga is simple, bhakti fellows will say bhakti is simple, karma yoga will say karma yoga is simple, but everybody blames knowledge. That's not true. If you are ready, knowledge is simple. And if you love, it is simplest. Remember your school days, primary, secondary, not higher secondary, secondary school days. We had homework to do. Out of 8 periods, 6 periods were academic, 2 were extracurricular, either drawing or PT or something like that. So out of the 6, 3 or 4 minimum would give homework. And as a children, not only homework but going to school itself we didn't like. Homework is out of issue. Because there was no so much pressure as modern kids or as these kids have had it. We used to come home and throw the bag and go out and play. Whole evening was meant for us. Morning 10 o'clock is the school, you finish it off in 1 hour and that's it. We had a time. We were not deprived of our childhood in terms of education, academic pressure. Now, I still remember everybody, at least couple of my friends, boys are friends in the school, at least one guy. One subject I hated most, 2 in fact, but one of them had no much homework. One was drawing. I hardly used to pass out in drawing because I follow Gandhiji's principle from childhood. So I have taken up Gandhiji's virtues. His handwriting were very bad. So I didn't like drawing. Never improved. And second was subject which I most disliked. I was so happy when it was said that next year you don't have this. That was history. Social science, history, geometry and civic science. Geometry was okay. Geography. Civic science was okay, but history I just didn't like. Because Indian history school is full of Mughal history and British. The atrocities they did on us. And they will ask, when did Babur put his first foot in India? Which year? When Humayun or Shahjahan was born? You have to write the year. I used to wish he was not born. His mother had a miscarriage. These idiots should not have been born. And when Babur put Gujarati, first lake, in English there is no phrase, but in Gujarati, Pehlo pag kyare mukhyo, kya mukhyo. So where did he enter first? And which year? That's a translation. But they say fit. When did he put his feet? I used to feel why there was nobody to break his foot. Somebody should have finished it. I didn't like. Because it created a sense of wretchedness, helplessness. feeling. So children develop negativity by studying this history. I never liked. So history homework was the last thing to do. And that too, I will come in a school and copy paste with a friend. He somehow loved history. I was mathematics lover. So whenever there was, generally last period is free, some time. So I used to finish maths homework in the school. That's only I loved. Homework would finish maths first. And that fellow used to finish history. Now, there were some guys who loved Hindi. They would finish Hindi first. There were some guys who did Gujarati. They finished Gujarati. Some loved geometry. They finished geometry like that. For me, maths was simple. Not difficult. Because fundamentals were clear. I was ready. Every grade, I was ready for maths. I was adhikari. 6th grade, when I came in, my maths up to 5th was clear fundamentals. I enjoyed 8th, 7th, 6th, etc. Somehow he had been weak in the maths, so he didn't like it. History I didn't like because of my psychic background. That was my personal issue. So when you love the subject and when you are ready to learn, it is simple. Maths I never had to repeat it again. And there are guys who did PhD in history. They loved it. Knowledge is simple if you are ready for it. So, and you love it. And if you understand, you just but love knowledge. You have no option but to fall in love with it. Why? Knowledge is Ishvara Swarupa. Ishvara is Pragnanam Brahma, Chidananda, Chit Swarupa. That Chit is Ananda. So knowledge always gives Ananda. And more happiness you have, more you love it. Happiness is love, and love is happiness. You love somebody with whom you are happy. You don't love somebody with whom you are unhappy. I love you because you give me a lot of dukkham. Nobody says so. I love you because you make me happy. That's it, the same. So love and happiness are synonymous. And they both manifest when the knowledge manifests, because knowledge is Ananda, Ananda is knowledge. Vidyanande Brahmananda. That Archimedes, our story, that Archimedes who discovered that fellow came out in a birthday suit. He just lost Dehatma Buddhi. He didn't even recognize that I am man. The joy. Every scientist, every research guy, they will not be interested in worldly pleasures, going to movie and cosmetics and nothing. I know in Ahmedabad there is a ISRO, Indian Space Research Organization, very prime institute for space. The head of the ISRO, I know him well, and he comes to me, and hardly he comes but 3-4 months, but then comes and I go. That fellow comes to office at 9:30 and goes back home after 1:30 p.m. a.m. not p.m. a.m. Comes at 9:30 a.m. goes back at home at 1:30 a.m. minimum, sometimes 2:30. They are given special security because scientists, America and Russia killed so many Indian scientists, especially research scientists. I mean, that is what's said, but they somehow were found dead, so many fellows. He is a master, fit to be head of Indian ISRO. And this Chandrayaan, it landed on the moon, he had a major role. And he took me, I saw 2 hours demo all digital, and I moved around. Somehow he was kind enough to take me around. And those special cameras that he has been developed by him, his team. So he doesn't need to go to movie. He doesn't need to have cosmetic. If you look at him, you would feel he must be some clerk in government office. His shoes, his clothes, his look, he would look blank to us. He doesn't go to parties. He doesn't want his name in the newspapers. Nothing. Why? There is a fulfillment in knowledge. Because happiness is fulfillment. All research guys, these pharmaceutical companies makes billions of dollars. But their R&D chief has no share. He's paid. He may be paid $800,000 or $900,000 or $1 million a year, but the company will make billions. He doesn't care. So, knowledge is simple and immediate. In absence of that preparedness, Shastra knows people will not know. Seekers. So they emphasize on and on the means. These Puranas and Ramayana Mahabharatas and certain traditions are full of Yoga Shastra. Do this, don't do that, do this way, do Upasana, do Puja, do Vrata, do Niyamas. Most of the Sampradayas are confined to that only in India. They take Mantra Diksha from us, do our Tikka, do Puja daily. They don't go beyond that. They just talk of some religious life. Spirituality they don't talk. And people are also not ready. So, Upanishads have less Yoga Shastra. Here and there somewhere you have to find it out. Though these mantras we saw, and I talked about Yoga Shastra, but Tatparya is not Yoga Shastra. Is Tatparya is you are Ishvara, you are Hiranyagarbha, you are Virat. That's the Tatparya. Simple as that. And it will come tomorrow. Yataschodeti suryasta yasminantam gacchati ityadi tat viduhu, etc. So the same Tatparya. But other Shastras, Bhagavad Gita and other texts are full of Yoga Shastra. Yoga Shastra means anything that prepares you for knowledge. Yoga is, by natural connotation, or Rudyartha, by popular meaning, is construed as asana pranyama meditation. Not yama niyama asana. Asana pranyama meditation. It's American Western yoga. But yoga means yujyate anena, anything that prepares you for knowledge. Thereby you are connected to knowledge. Yujyate gnanena anena saha. You are united, you are connected to knowledge through this. Therefore it is called yoga. So japa is also yoga, upasana is also yoga, yatra is also yoga, seva is also yoga. Anything, puja is yoga, yajna is yoga, anything is yoga. Provided it gives you antakarana shuddhi. Then, if you may work and find out all this, how many verses and shlokas, but it's of no use, it may not be that useful in a sense, which means one employs depends upon his or her background.
Mm-hmm.
Her background, both unconscious background and upbringing background. They may like this and the other fellow may like that. And it would be good if they take this from a teacher rather than we putting in a book form.
Well, the book would be for me.
For you, we can work out on that. Gita is the best Yoga Shastra. But the Gita's whole essence, nutshell is anything you do it as a Ishvara Buddhi. Simple as that. And form a habit of doing some upasana, either physical or verbal or mental. That habit should be formed. One has to be regular in doing this. See, our culture, dharma, always emphasized on that. As a Hindu, in fact, this is there in all religion. As a Hindu, child is supposed to do japa from the age of 5. Gayatri Mantra. Now people don't do anything. That's another problem, Kali Yuga. But you have to do from day one. No break. That too twice a day, thrice, but at least twice a day. Japa is the best thing to do. And physical puja. Some Ishtadevata puja. That this sampradayas advocate. So many sampradayas are there, modern sampradayas who don't know Gita and don't teach Gita. They even don't know what is Hindu dharma. And they claim that we are Hindu. To be Hindu, you should be. Moolam is like Bible to a Christian, Quran to a Muslim, our Moolam is Vedas. And that means Upanishad and Gita. People don't know. Sampradaya fellows have their own book. Some Swami, some Guru who is elevated to Bhagavan by themselves. He wrote something, all primary nursery books they talk. Nursery level advice they give, but they have millions of devotees because there is a trot of thinking people. Rationale is missing. And people invest emotions in religion, so they are not ready to listen because of emotional investment. When you want to study or know dharma, you should be open. That is called cognitive honesty, which people don't have. That cognitive honesty is clouded by emotional investment. If you compare these two things, in the 6th chapter, though it is called Dhyana Yoga, and they translate yoga of meditation. Dhyana is not meditation anyway. But English doesn't have a depth, language doesn't have depth as Sanskrit. So you have no option but to translate as meditation. In that chapter, number of verses talking about meditation. Chapter has 48 verses. Number of verses talking about actual meditation is direct lead is 3 or 3. Maximum you can say 8, somewhere here and there some meditation. Rest of them is meditator. And last section of 8 or 10 verses is about neither of them yoga brashtaha. The fellow who couldn't he couldn't pursue through the end and left the journey for whatever reason, half the way, half, quarter, third or 10%, 80%, whatever. So, rest of the verses is meditator. Meditator means certain attitudes and certain lifestyle, which is very much impacting. And whole Gita also, though there is we say, Om Tat Sat, iti Srimad Bhagavad Gita Su Upanishadsu Brahma Vidyayam, then there are 2 words, Upanishad and Brahma Vidya. Correct? There is only one word, Yoga Shastre, but it is reverse. 2:1. Actual verses about Brahma Vidya and Yoga Shastra is 1:2. And it may not be even 1:2. It may be 7:3. Brahma Vidya 3 and that 7. Like Whole first chapter is indirect Yoga Shastra. Second chapter, beginning verses is background. Only 11 to 20th verse is, 11 to 26th is Brahma Vidya. That 4 verses are general, Vyavarika, you should fight. 30 to 39 is creating a, maximum you can say up to 30. 30 to 39 is creating a bhumika for Yoga Shastra. 39 he clearly says 2 division, Esha te Vita Sankhya Buddhir Yoget Vimam Shunu, etc. And 47, 40 onwards it is Yoga Shastra up to 52. And 53 onwards it is a Brahma Vidya, Siddha Purush. But so many chapters there is no mention of Brahma Vidya. What? Gunatraya Vibhaga. Hardly 2-3 shlokas. 14th chapter. 16th chapter is Daivasur Sampatti. There is also few verses. 17th chapter is the 16th Daivasur Shraddhat. 17th. That also is Yoga Shastra. 18th so many Yoga Shastras. 11th chapter is all Yoga Shastra. 10th is what? Mahima. More is Yoga Shastra. Shraddhatre Vibhaga Yoga now or something. 17th. So a lot of Yoga Shastra talked about for preparing the mind. First 6-7 chapters from 2nd to 7, there is a lot of Brahma Vidya, Atma, compared to other chapters. 8th chapter is only Gati Agati, whole chapter, where you go and how the Jivatmas goes. 9th, there is a Brahma Vidya. 10th is a Vibhuti, glory. That is also Yoga Shastra. So much is Yoga. Very little Brahma Vidya. Therefore, in Vedanta class, you find very little audience. No, I'm seriously telling you. Hardly people don't have subtlety. Everywhere you go, you can't expect hundreds and thousands of people in Vedanta. Never. It's a pipe dream that Vedanta has become missionary. Can never. It is like PhD. We are PhD teachers. In PhD you don't have number, you hardly 2 digit, maximum 2 digit. Otherwise 1 digit only. But more if you talk in the school level, even in Gujarat, school level there are 43 lakh students.
4.3 million.
4.3 million. Maybe the population of half the country. Japan. How much is the population? Japan?
Japan.
Total population?
100.
He is also guessing.
100 million.
100 million.
Yeah, roughly.
Are you sure?
10 crore.
Plus maybe a little bit.
Pardon?
Getting less and less now, yeah.
Ah.
Yeah.
And how many islands?
Many, but big ones,
No,
5.
big one is 5, but I think it is some 800 plus.
Oh yeah, even including all
Ah.
these small ones, yeah, a lot, many.
How many? 800,
Not
900?
that many, but like a couple hundred, I think. Yeah.
You divide that, 110 million to those couple of islands. Nothing.
Oh,
Nothing. All scattered. And more so short people, hardly you see them because I have to go. When you go to farm, you don't see them. And it's so quiet. Japanese fellow, if he comes here, will go crazy. And I want him to stay in your rooms in a marriage season. Every day, loud sound is blowing. Still it is disturbing.
Nothing disturbs my sleep.
Yes. Huh? Yeah. Nine. There's a big- So you just call up after 10. If they do, you call police. Just call 100, number is 100 and tell them Okay, we are in ashram.
Yeah.
You have to look, they will send a mobile van.
Yeah.
It's a second ring road. And the restaurant right behind you is second wife. That's all.
Restaurant name.
If it is a wife, it cannot be second in Hindu. It is only, and if it is second wife, it is not Hindu, it is Muslim. But all are Hindus. I mean, nowadays people want new name. I asked him, what's the concept? Swamiji, we want to provide food like home. This fellow went to hotel and asked, okay, what are the items available and how is the food? The waiter got so excited. It's a 3-star restaurant. Sir, it is exactly like home. And all you get home, you get here. He got up and walked away. So second wife is a wrong name. One fellow went to hotel and started, he gave order but couldn't eat. The parents said, sir, why are you not eating? I can't eat. I need some therapy, then I can eat. Sir, what can I do? So he gave 100 rupees. Do as I said. He said, I will do 100 rupees. Sit here and start quarreling with me. Then only I will. My wife is very cantankerous. So every day she picks up the issue when I go for lunch from the factory and dinner time also. So she is now on a vacation and I am not feeling comfortable how to eat without that. So you please do that. Anyway, the second wife is a wrong name. So tell them near second wife. They will locate. Second ring road, second wife. In Munchka. You just call, they will come. You know what happened? 3-4 months ago I tightened them. They're still physically afraid of us. So we just stopped. But for last 3-4 months, we are not here. Neither me or Mataji is busy and I hardly must have stayed for December, January, February, not more than 8-9 days. And then 2 days. So they got a window to start. And that's how it got restarted. But still, if you call up police and police tells from ashram, they know. If Japanese comes here, mukta. Last time I requested them during my 4th visit, I said I want to travel through villages. I want to live in a village, in a typical Japanese house, with a wooden sliding door, sleeping down, sitting down, a typical wooden tumbler to bath and all that. So, he drove, Toshi drove me to villages. No noise. You feel as though you have come to a place where it is not inhabited by anybody. All quiet. Therefore, I said they will go crazy if they come here. In every house, the best thing, culture-wise, Japan is number 1. Every house across the Japan I traveled, car will never be parked facing wall. It will be like that. Shoes will never be put facing the wall. You all put here, and Indian people don't put properly also. They will always be like this, out. Whole Japan. In a village also. And every house and every shop, small shop in Tokyo market, they will have flowers. 2-3 flower pots and flower, variety of flower, everywhere. And the flower, there is a value for it. So flower pots are so beautiful. All designs. I really felt like picking up few from outside. Nobody bothered. It will be like outside. If you keep outside, pot will go, everything will go. But they just live in every house. In Tokyo, small, like our Panwala shops, in India. But that type of shop also have something. 2-3 flower pots outside. If nothing but at least hanging. No space, they will hang. And make it excellent. Yes, one more question we can have.
Swami, can you shed light on Pran Pratishtha?
See, this, though we use Pran Pratishtha, it is in secondary sense. Pran Pratishtha of Bhagavan in temple. Now in the Kathopanishad itself there is a mantra, Urdhvam pranamannayati apanam pratyakasyati madhe vamanam asinam vishve deva upasati. This breathing in and out like the valve of an ironsmith, the traditional Damana, is going on here. Someone is pumping out the air and someone is sucking the air. Who is doing? That Madhya, that Hriday Gufa, Vamana, Ishvara is sitting. It is he who does. It is Ishvara who gives us prana. Who are we to give him prana? There is no Pran Pratishtha. It is prana manifestation. Right? But then Pratishtha is true. Like unless there is a prana in this body, body will not be sentient. So in that vigraha, idol, you infuse prana, then it becomes light. Correct? So now live we say, but it is also not live. Therefore I said can't be Pran Pratishtha. Because our Ishvara is not sitting in heaven. We don't say God sitting in heaven created the world. Most of the religion except Hindu religion, even Sampradayas, सब लोग का भगवान का धाम में है, उधर बैठा है, and when you die he will send a chartered flight for you. They have this belief, this childish belief. How many chartered flights he will keep? So many keep dying. He can't sell the flights for everybody. Going to lokas, all that. And once you go, you come back. It's as simple as that. Anything achieved in time T1 will perish in time T2, full stop. Simple. And you cannot achieve infinity. Infinity is. You cannot create infinity. They don't understand. And people follow. Bhagavan is everywhere. That's what Satyam Gnanam Anantam. But even though everywhere, I don't have that wisdom to recognize him everywhere. Wise people see Ishavasam Idam Sarvam. Like Tulsidas' statement, Siya Ramamay Jagajan. He sees the whole world as manifestation of Siya Ram. Or our Narasimha Mehta, Akhila Brahmandama Ekatam. So you are the only alone in the entire creation. That they see, but I don't see. When there is ignorance, you see duality. When there is ignorance, there is a Veda, mine, yours, etc. So we invoke him so that you manifest in such a way that I recognize you. Exactly like here only, all TV channels are there. Indian TV, Zee TV and Star TV and India TV and all TVs are there. Disney World and games are there, sports, every channel. And nowadays American channel, Netflix and those and others. Netflix and there's another one also too, no?
Amazon?
Huh?
Prime Video.
Prime Video. Netflix and Prime Videos are there. But the frequency is such that our eyes and ears cannot catch that frequency. Their frequency has to be reduced to the level of capacities of our sense organs. Animals will catch. They have ears of different frequencies to catch. They smell. They have nose which can catch different items. From a distance they smell. You know, when the lions and tigers make a prey, other animals come, scavengers, birds and all, they have frequency. So you require a set-top box to reduce the frequency, and manifestly you require a TV set. So Pranapratishtha is like that. Ishvara, you are everywhere, but you manifest the way I can see you. 99.99% can see Bhagavan, can accept Bhagavan, only on two grounds. And therefore, two primary Shaktis are involved, technically invoked, called Anugraha Shakti and Nigraha Shakti. People go to temple or place of worship, any religion, there all the prayers have only two objectives. One, I am in distress. I have problems. What problem is subjective? But I am in distress. Oh Bhagavan, I have filled up this tender and see that it passes. Oh Bhagavan, I am working and increments are due, see that I get it. Oh Bhagavan, they are distributing tickets, see that I get it. Nowadays politicians, today also afternoon one guy came. It is your name only. I am about to fix. Swamiji, he brought some fruits. Your daughter has sent. All throughout the year it doesn't bother me. But oh Bhagavan, see that my name comes in the ticket, I get ticket. Oh Bhagavan, my daughter is not getting married because there is nobody like me who can be fooled by, she is exactly like her mother. So get me married. All kinds of things people ask. Student will ask for some passing exams or good marks, something. Technically, in Gita's jargon, they are called artaha. Second category is I have, but I want more. Bhagavan, I have a car, but it's only Maruti. Can I buy Honda or Toyota? At least middle segment. I have this Maruti of 3-4 lakhs only. The 7 lakhs or 7.5, 8 lakhs Toyota is good. It is a small SUV. See that I make profit. I have money, but little more. Artharthi. I am happy. Things are good. My son is doing well. He already got admission in general medicine. But Bhagavan, let him get in neuro extra. Artharthi. 99.99 are that. So Shakti invoked is what? Anugraha, Nigraha Shakti. Nigraha of what? This fellow is in distress because of his papas. Purva Janma Papa or this Janma Papa. So that has to be controlled, Nigraha. Papa Nigraha. I have happiness a little short. I want little more. So Nigraha Shakti. Give me more. Anugraha Shakti. Nigraha, Anugraha Shakti. જેને યાદ કરે કોણ કરે છે? So we invoke that because devotees come for that. Nobody comes asking, "Hey Bhagavan, give me self-knowledge. I want moksha." And that is a list or almost nil. I just love you and I have come to you. No agenda. That is a wise person. So, during Prana Pratishtha, these Shaktis are invoked. Which temple is popular where these prayers are answered? So that Vigraha becomes live. It is subtle communication. It is more than 5G. Only devotee knows what he asked, and only that Bhagavan knows what he asked, and he gets it. That Shraddha in his heart is implanted by God. Somebody may go to Ganesha temple, someone may go to some Shiva temple, someone may go to some Hanuman temple, and all local devatas. Somebody go to Ambaji's temple, Ambaji Mata, then Sai Baba, now Neo Devatas. Sai Baba, modern Devatas. He may go to Sai Baba. It's all subjective. Because their Anugraha Nigraha works. Now when you do Prana Pratishtha, it is not enough to do Prana Pratishtha. It is like Yagnopavitam. It is not enough to give Yagnopavitam. It is important to do Gayatri daily. It is, our Hindi movies have taught that it is your birthright to fall in love. In your generation, you never knew to. Nobody thought of seeking their own partner. You know, all of you. Father would decide and you will get married. They taught us. And the Hindi movie teaches something more. Anything is to be sacrificed to get the beloved. दुनिया आखी ऊंधी छत्ती થઈ જાય ફનાફાતિયા કરતો પણ પ્રેમી को लेके रहना. It's good. Shows intensity of love. And then they got married and lived happily forever. These are contradictory statements. To live happily, you have to make home. Marriage is a vow that we shall make home. Making home means you feel home, at homeness, relaxed. So merely building temple and Prana Pratishtha is not enough. Every day acharas needs to be followed. Shuchi needs to be maintained. Then it becomes alive. Okay. Fortunately, I don't know whether you know the story. These guys, I think, were witness. You were there. You sat in that Pratishtha.
Yes.
Yes, they are witness. Bapu also was there, both of them. We did Prana Pratishtha in 2002. And the last vidhi is to show the mirror. You open the eyes, it's called Netra Unmilanam, or if it is eyes are already open, Anjan Shalaka. You apply those, that's what you call in English. Kajal, in English I'm telling. You know that kajal, the black thing. So you open the eyes. When you do that, you have to show the mirror. You can't stand. And because the power. And Bhagavan sees himself and takes back. The mirror broke in the hands of Pujya Swamiji in 2002. In South, there is a tradition and which is proper. Every 12th year, you have to perform all the rituals again for all kinds of omissions and commissions. Human being can make mistakes, deliberately or inadvertently. So you seek pardon and do. So 2019 we did Prana Pratishtha. here. And the mirror broke in my hand. So it's a, you can say, and you were also there, yes. And you were there. It gives an validation to us that we have been following proper rituals. And that's what I subjectively feel. People have a different feeling for this temple. Those who come first time, they feel like meditating, they feel like sitting here. I mean, mind automatically becomes quiet and serene when you go to temple. And that is also one of the reasons I don't attend publicity about the temple. Nobody knows. Because somehow people are very indisciplined about religious places. They don't know how to maintain the dignity. Unfortunately, they do all samsaric talks in temple premises. They sit around. It's an insult. In fact, if I am there, even if they're talking, I'll tell them, get out. Go out and talk. Nobody should take phone. Even if some urgent phone comes for me, I have never taken sitting in my chair. Forget about Garbhagruha. I will rush out and take it. And that too I avoid. It's simple. There is a papam. Shastra says it's papam. To talk with somebody in temple and talk samsara is papam. Simple logic I can give. Suppose you got time from Prime Minister. Narendra Modi has given you time. And at the same, you go and sit there, and some other guy also has given same time because they had gone to discuss some business, the economic issue, and Narendra Modi had called 3-4 experts, but you didn't know. Oh, you are there. How are you? Meeting after a long time. How is the business going on? And that Modi keeps sitting and watching. It's an insult to the head of the state. Modi is nothing like even a nail for Bhagwan. In his presence, people talk in temple. Raja di Raja. Akhila Brahmandi Dipati, the king of all Brahmanda. Why should you talk? People don't maintain. And they sit and children keep running around. All kinds of looseness. You may not notice, but I tell him, this sitting thing outside, down below, was done just 8-9 years ago. I kept nothing. I would never allow anyone to sit in the temple nor down below. Darshan karke jao. And my trustees and devotees prevailed. None of you like to sit, and then I made it. It's another headache. Because people keep watching YouTube and sit here. Watching WhatsApp videos and sit here. So even if I come to see, I'll tell driver, usko nikalo. There is a standing instruction. If you find anybody sitting more than 10 minutes with that, kick him out. And they keep watching the shoes. Anybody has gone up and doesn't come back in 10 minutes, they will go up to kick that fellow out. Because fellows and fellies come together. And they get so much quietude, they sit in the veranda outside, they can talk. It is not for talking, idiots. It is not a garden. I really get irritated. People don't understand the decorum. And the clothes also they wear. The most painful thing is they will, in the mornings, they come in their track suit, walking suit, cycling suit. You can make out that this is a Prabhata Darshanam, Mangala Arti. This fellow has not taken bath. Come in temple. And some guys have audacity to tell. When they tell, I say, kya bolu this idiot ko? Swamiji, I go to this temple every day. I wonder, you are living here and you go there. So while going to office, you drive through. No, every morning. Morning? So we go for a walk. And all of us decided it is 1.75 kilometers. We have to walk 3.5 kilometers. So we go there, take darshan and come back. Byproduct. Even now so many people come. They tell us, Swamiji is there, we want to meet. And then they'll call me. Swamiji so and so has come. Now I train people. Ask him, has he taken time? Was such person, they said, I was just passing by. I said, let me meet Swami. I was like, Navra beta. I am not sitting idle. And even if I am sitting idle, I have lot to think. I am thinking, Bhagavan, why should I waste time with you? You want to spend time with me. There is no creative, you don't want to learn Shastra for me. People just are casual in going to Swamis and going to temples. And they come in shorts in the morning. Hindus are really never learned. That's one thing I have to accept in synagogues also. I have gone to few synagogues, even Manhattan synagogue. I have been there twice. I have stayed there for 3-4 hours. We went to US and AJC took us, American Jewish community. They maintain decorum. Though they go with the shoes and suit, but there is some decorum. Church and synagogues and masjid, not much. They talk and chit-chat in masjid, but still they pray. मेरा भारत महान. ओम पूर्णमदः पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते. ओम शांति शांति शांति.